All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. My name is Dr. Cameron Garber here with Body Smart, and we want to ask you an important question for this Wednesday Wisdom. Has your foot ever felt like this? And what we're talking about is pain that starts like first thing in the morning. Those first few steps as you wake up, roll out of bed, and it just hurts to walk, either in your foot or in your calves. Sometimes we get it in our quads and hips and stuff like that. But mainly kind of like calves and feet, you get that instant pain as you start rolling in the morning. It'll usually warm up a little bit and be a little bit better in the day. But if you do a more strenuous activity, the pain comes back, or near the end of the day as your feet are getting tired, the pain starts to come back. It can even make it hard to sleep or fall asleep, and really be kind of a pain and make it hard to do the things you love to do. If you've had pain like that pain, we call it either plantar fasciitis or a couple different types of opathies. So pain causing conditions in the foot or Achilles tendon. So there's a lot of things called tendinitises or tendinoses or opathies. So all of these conditions like plantar fasciopathy or plantar fasciitis. A couple different names for basically that description of those first few steps being really awful and painful. We can also have that, like I said, in the Achilles tendon, the gastroc complex, so in your calf. And they really can cause a lot of problems in the feet and calves. And so if that's you, if you've ever had that before, that's probably what you're dealing with. Now, there are a few other things that it could be. Sometimes we'll get stress fractures or some scar tissue buildup in the ankle or things like that change the mechanics. And so there's some other things, but most likely if that's your pattern of symptoms, that's what you're dealing with. And so if that's you and you're having problems with that, definitely reach out to a physiotherapist or a physical therapist, somebody that can take a look at it really quickly and help you decide what you can do for your case to get some help and get some relief and stay running. One of the most important things for us as runners is that we don't stop running. We may have to back it down a little bit or change the way we're running with the volume or intensity, but don't stop running. What so many people do is they take a break, they take some time off to let it rest or heal. And quite frankly, it doesn't heal during that time. The intensity of the pain will often diminish, but the problem that caused that itis or that osis, that inflammation or that irritation of that tissue, that didn't go away. The weakness in the hips or the lack of strength in the foot or the poor mechanics never went away. So taking time off just makes everything else weaker. And then when you get back to running, your likelihood of getting that injury to come back or another injury on top of it is actually much, much higher. So we're best off actually if we keep running and don't stop and just back down the intensity to allow that flare up to calm down, and then find somebody that can help you discover what's really wrong at the root cause of it. Because it's typically not just at that location where you're feeling the pain. Usually the cause of it is somewhere upstream, usually in our hips, or sometimes in our foot muscles being too weak from wearing too supportive of a shoe or not running enough, or increasing the intensity of our running too quickly for what that could bear. And so stopping isn't going to help, because then you're just going to do the same thing again when you get running again. Backing off the intensity duration is really what we need to do. And so keep running, keep moving, keep putting load on your feet, but just change the load. Sometimes some things can help, like changing up your shoes or footwear to help change the forces in your feet and allow them to adapt a little bit better. But those are all very short-term solutions. Really what I would recommend is finding somebody that can help you identify what the root cause of the problem is and then addressing that. And honestly, it's a movement problem. I would go to a movement specialist. Seeing your general practitioner or an orthopedic surgeon that really don't know much about movement and how to adapt and modify movement probably isn't going to be where you find a whole lot of help or solutions. Podiatrists or others will do injections or other things that are very short-term Band-Aid solutions that can be helpful sometimes to allow you to keep moving. But for the most part, they don't really solve the root cause of the problem. And so that's not where I would start in finding a solution. I would definitely go to that trusted physiotherapist that works with runners. If they tell you to stop running, run out of the building, leave right away, because that's not good advice and it's going to lead to more injury in the future. So there's your Wednesday wisdom tip for if you've been experiencing any of those types of foot symptoms. Let us know if you have any questions about that, or if you're experiencing that. We'd be happy to help you find somebody in your area that can help you out. Make sure to join us on our other Wednesday Wisdom episodes by liking, subscribing, following, or sending this to a friend that you know is battling with some foot pain, because so many people have that. And so hopefully this was helpful in your Wednesday Wisdom. If your foot has ever felt like that, definitely reach out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next episode.